Okay, everybody, welcome to the postseason 2021 bracket prediction. Now, as of this recording, the uh, the first game is actually about to start. So I'm going to try and upload this as soon as possible. I don't know why I somehow forgot to do this video yesterday on Monday. I just somehow forgot. I don't know why. I just didn't thought about it. But then today I realized, oh yeah, I forgot. I need to do this prediction video before it's, I don't want to be like a day late. So yeah, I just want to give you a heads up on that. Now, before we start making picks, I want to say that the second half of the season, I hardly watch any games. And that's because of that extra inning rule that I really don't like, and most fans don't like that rule, where a runner starts on second base. And during the first half of the season, most of the games I saw went into extra innings. So like after all that, I'm like, you know what? I'm done. I can't go through another game like that again. And that's why, I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna not watch that much during the second half. And I mean, I did not watch hardly any. The only games I saw were the Field of Dreams game, which I believe was almost 2 months ago, and ever since, and all the way until the last few days of the regular season. So, late September, early October. So that was like almost 2 full months since I did not watch a game. Yeah. Now we know that last year the season was short, and they had that extra inning rule, and I was okay with that because actually, well, I was okay with the 7 inning doubleheaders. But I didn't really mind the extra inning rule. I kind of understand why they did it, because there was no fans. But this year, the fans are back, but that rule is still a thing until the playoffs. Yeah, they're not going to have that rule in the playoffs. Thank goodness. And I heard that, I think that rule won't be a thing next season. I hope that's true, because I don't want to see that again. I don't want to see that rule. Nobody wants to. Most fans do not like that rule. The only fans that do like the rule or don't mind the rule are the new fans. Fans that don't know much about the sport, So, I don't know, yeah. It's kind of weird, and I think seven inning doubleheaders were still a thing this year. I think they're gonna get rid of that as well. I prefer the 7 inning doubleheaders over the extra inning rule, because you know how every year we get like at least one long baseball game. Yeah. But we probably did not this year because of that rule. That rule ruins it, So I hope that rumor is true, that they will get rid of that rule and we will not have to see that again. But thank you, MLB, for getting rid of that rule for the postseason at least. So yeah, I just want to say all this stuff before I make my picks. So yeah, the first half of the season I watched quite a bit, but the second half, hardly any, until, the last few days of the regular season. And you know what? Let's talk about that real quick. I did a video showing you the standings, right? Mainly the battle of the American League wildcard game. There was 4 teams. Yeah, 4 teams that are battling it for the wildcard game. We got Boston, New York, Toronto, and Seattle. And I'm sure Red Sox and Yankees fans want to see Toronto and Seattle. I do. And I did not know Seattle. The last time they were in the playoffs was 2001? Holy crap. Has it been really that long? 20 years? Wow. After I heard that, I'm like, aww. Because they were so close to make the playoffs. I would want to, I want, I'm one of those guys that, you know what? You know how in a lot of sports where every playoffs, right, for like a lot of years, it's usually the same teams, right? But once in a while, you might have a team that hasn't been in it in so long, such as the Chicago White Sox. Remember how bad they were? Now look at them. Look at the team. They're really good now. And I wish Seattle was in the postseason, because that game where I think it was that Saturday night game where they won, the fans went crazy. You know, it was awesome. Yeah, I was keeping my eye on that game. And and I talked about it in that other video that I made. So like, then Sunday came, right? So 2 days ago, the final day of the regular season. Toronto and Seattle must win and have Yankees and Red Sox lose so that all teams can be 91 and 71. Well, Toronto won their game because they played Baltimore, and the Yankees played the Rays, and that game was 0-0 and all the way until the bottom of the ninth inning. They got the game-winning run and they won. So Toronto, they need to have Boston to lose, and they were losing against Washington until I think the 8th or ninth inning. They took the lead and they won. So, and as soon as the playoffs were set, I went straight to Twitter, and I want to read some tweets about it. And I saw Big Papi, David Ortiz's tweet. He says, "Oh man, Tuesday's gonna be fun," and it probably will be, because the game is about to start as I'm recording this. And that game's on ESPN. And remember, you know how Alex Rodriguez is the commentator, right? So I'm sure on Thursday when the ALDS starts, I'm sure Big Papi and A-Rod are going to talk about that wild card game. That'll be funny if whoever wins that game, like let's say New York wins, or no, let's say Boston wins, and what if Big Papi rubs it in on A-Rod on Thursday? That'll be funny. But yeah, we'll see. So, alright, I think that's pretty much it. But yeah, Toronto and Seattle, they were so close to making it. We could have had a tiebreaker. I wish we had tiebreaker games yesterday. That's always fun. And I read on Wikipedia, and if that were to happen, then, if tiebreaker games were to happen, Seattle would play at Toronto, and then the winner of that game will be in the wild card game, which means Boston would have played New York in the other tiebreaker game, and the winner of that will play the wild card game. So, remember 3 years ago in 2018, we had 2 tiebreaker games to determine the division winners? Yeah, but this time was for the wild card, if it were to happen. So, yeah. But man, 20 years, man, for Seattle. Is that the longest time a team has not been in the postseason? I think it might be. I've seen a lot of other teams in the playoffs. Even Baltimore was in the playoffs a few years ago. They were in the wild card. Yeah. I don't know. I think it might be Seattle, the longest amount of years that they have not been in the playoffs. I think that is the team right there, unfortunately. Um, yeah, I feel bad for the fans. I'm a Houston Astros fan. Them and Seattle are in the same division. I kind of feel bad for them, but 20 years, man, that's just tough. So, um, anyway, let's get started. I'm sorry for this long intro. I've noticed that whenever I do this playoff video prediction, I would usually go back and rewatch my other playoff prediction videos to see how bad I did. And yeah, most of them I didn't do good, except for last year. Last year's, I actually got the World Series correct and the winner correct. But the thing is, the season was too short. You know, I don't know. But anyway, we're back to normal. This year, it's back to normal. The fans are back. And yeah, I kind of, I know last year we had like, what, 16 teams in it? That was too much. That was probably too many. I like this better. So I'm kind of glad they're back to the normal postseason schedule. The only thing I don't like, and I'm sure a lot of people will agree with me on this, is that the wild card games are just one game. If you lose, you're done. That's just not right. Frank Thomas says it should be a best of three, and I agree. It should be. That'll be perfect. Wild card best of three, division series best of five, championship series and World Series best of seven. That's what it should be. And I hope I hope they think about that. And mainly because you have a team like the Los Angeles Dodgers where they win over 100 games and they are in the wild card game. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Alright, let's get started. Now, I know that all of my postseason prediction videos are very long, and I apologize. I know they're like 25 to 30 minutes long, and this one might be long too, mainly because I've been talking about what's been going on. So, I want to apologize for the long video, but I also want to thank you guys for not putting any hate, saying that, oh, your prediction video is way too long. This is not good. But I'm fine with that. I'm sure you guys are probably just skimming through the video anyways. I don't expect most people to watch all this or listen to it. So, anyway. But yeah, I've noticed it's usually pretty long. But that's okay. You guys don't mind, and I want to thank you for that. Now, this is actually, this picture, yeah, this is actually a picture. This is actually not from MLB.com. It is. I just copied and pasted the picture. They have a website called MLB.com/bracket challenge or something like that, and I went to the site and I did not like how it was, how the brackets were formatted. It's just like last year's. I like it like this better. This picture that you're seeing, like 2019 was the last time the bracket challenge was like this, and then last year, I get it, 16 teams, but this year the bracket challenge, it's just, they're making it look like last year's, the brackets, if you know what I mean. But we're gonna do it my own version. Basically, I'm just gonna copy and paste the logos on the circles, and that's it. So that's the only difference, because this is easier for me and you. So, okay, let's get started. Again, I'm sorry this video is uploaded a little late. But yeah. Anyway, here we go. Starting off with the American League wildcard game. New York Yankees at the Boston Red Sox at Fenway Park. Now remember, these numbers are the seedings, right? So whatever team has the better seeding, they're the home team. So it's at Boston. I believe 2 weekends ago, New York swept Boston in I think it's like a 3 or 4 game series at Fenway. I could not believe it. Remember, I have not been following it much, mainly the second half of the season, so I expect my picks to go wrong. My picks might be horrible. So, but hey, sometimes anything can happen, you know? Sometimes you just gotta, you know, anything can happen, you know? Alright, I'm going, since, again, I wish it was a best of 3, you know? That would have been cool if it was. Kind of like the College World Series. But I'm gonna go with Boston because it's at Boston and they're gonna get revenge. Now I don't like both of these teams. So all right. So how am I gonna do this? I guess I'm going to do it like this. Now I also used this is on Paint, by the way, Paint 3D, part of Windows 10, and I did this for last year's as well. I basically made like I basically did like a double prediction. All right, here we go. Okay, so that wasn't so bad. So this is how it's gonna be. Okay, so now let's go to the other wild card game. This is tomorrow. We got Los Angeles Dodgers versus St. Louis. It's at Los Angeles. See, and this is the problem. Los Angeles, I think they're either 1 or 2 games behind San Francisco, and yeah, San Francisco won on Sunday, which meant they clinched the National League West. So it is at Los Angeles, but they've won over 100 games, and they're in the wild card game. And that's how tough that division is. Or I should say that this is how tough these two teams are, you know. I have to go with Los Angeles. I can't see them lose. Like, why would they lose this game? Like, you win all those games, right? Over 100 wins. And what if they lose the wild card game? That would be kind of ridiculous, to be honest with you. Now, I got to give St. Louis credit because they won 17 straight in September. And before that 17-game winning streak, they were not a team in the playoffs. Possibly not. After those 17 wins, yeah, they were pretty much safe. So I cannot see Los Angeles lose. I cannot. Because, like, that'll be crazy if they do. Like, you win all those games and you lose the wild card and that's how you end your season. That's kind of ridiculous. So I can't. I gotta go with Los Angeles. I have to. Let me try that again. Okay. But I don't know. That'll be crazy if they do lose. So, yeah. All right. There we go. Now, the division series. Starting with the American League side, you got Boston playing Tampa. So, another division team game. So, best of 5. Tampa will get more home games because they're the best team on the American League. Tampa is a great team. They were close to winning the World Series last year, and they're just as good again. So I'm going to go with Tampa. I think Tampa's on a roll right now. Congratulations for them for winning their 100th game. So that's good to know. I guess I'll copy the 1 as well, or I'll copy this as well. The number. All right, there we go. So, yeah. So, okay. Sorry about that. So Tampa's in the American League Championship Series. And now the other one, we have Chicago White Sox, Houston Astros. I'm a Houston fan, so I will be cheering for them, obviously. Chicago's a different team now. They're really good all of a sudden. Oh wait, I forgot. I'm also going to give you my predictions on how many games they'll win of each series. So Tampa's going to win 3 games to 2. I think it'll come down to game 5 for that one. This one, I think, will also come down to game 5, but I'm going to go with Chicago on this one. Now, I hope I'm wrong on this prediction. I'm going to go with Chicago. But I think both of these matchups will be really good. Alright, now on the National League side, look at this one on the top right. San Francisco and Los Angeles. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, this will be very, very interesting. Oh wait, I forgot to copy the numbers. Uh-oh. On the wild card, I'll do that real. Oh, forgot to copy and paste. Okay, there we go. I just realized, I didn't copy the numbers. Oh wait, nope, that's not right. It has to be underneath. All right, sorry about that. There we go. I think that's good enough. Okay. Hold on. I understand if you guys are skimming through this video. I don't expect anyone to watch this whole thing or listen to this whole thing, so... Okay, there we go. Now, San Francisco and Los Angeles. Oh boy, what a rivalry. Seriously, from a long time ago, in the old days. This will come down to game 5. I can't see a sweep in this one. Now San Francisco will get the home field advantage. This could go either way. It really can. I mean, they're both evenly. Same division, you know. I'm surprised like this can't be the National League CS, but nope. Alright, I'm going to go with Los Angeles again on this one. Yeah, it's going to come down to game 5, I think. Oops. What am I doing? Alright. There we go. I'm copying the number as well. Okay, so Los Angeles is once again in the NLCS. Alright, and over here, Atlanta and Milwaukee. Now, Johnny Talk Sports is an Atlanta Braves fan, and he will be cheering for them, obviously. They were close to being in the World Series last year, and he's right that Atlanta sports, they choke in the playoffs. I'm sorry, Johnny. I'm gonna go with Milwaukee on this one. I think they'll win 3-1 on this one. So, yeah. So, Tampa versus Boston. Tampa wins in Game 5. Chicago wins in Game 5. Los Angeles wins in Game 5. And Milwaukee wins in Game 4. Alright, Final Four. ALCS, Tampa Bay versus Chicago. Interesting matchup. Tampa will get more home games. And remember, they're still playing in Tropicana Field. So, I don't know when they're going to move out of that stadium, because that stadium kind of sucks. I'm sorry, Tampa fans, if you're watching this. That stadium should not have been built to begin with. And that's why Home Run Derby and the All-Star Game has never been in Tropicana Field. The only team that has never hosted the Home Run Derby and All-Star Game, it's because of their stadium. Their stadium isn't good enough, you know? I'm going to go with Tampa, and I think they're going to win in... So it's a best of 7. I think they'll win... I think they're going to win in 6 games. So 4-2. So Tampa Bay is back in the World Series. Now, the NLCS, Los Angeles and Milwaukee. So I guess Milwaukee has more home games, even though Los Angeles has a better record. Is that correct? Because, like, it's 4-2. That's kind of weird that... Like, I get it, Milwaukee has won their division, but Los Angeles is probably a better team. And you know what? Because of that, I'm going to go with Milwaukee. I'm going to go with Milwaukee in 7 games. And this is a rematch from 3 years ago. Los Angeles won 2018. This time, I'm going to go with Milwaukee. Now, that's probably a weird pick right there, but... Alright. Is that good, I guess? Yeah. Alright. Actually, wait. Let me try that again. I was kind of confused. Okay. There. Alright. So, my finals for the World Series is Tampa Bay versus Milwaukee. You know, anything could happen, you know. I'm sure a lot of people aren't picking Milwaukee to go this far, but this is my World Series prediction. Again, I hardly watch any games in the second half, so that's probably why I'm making like these weird picks, you know. Milwaukee beating LA, that's an upset. Even though Milwaukee has a better seeding, but LA is a better team though, because they have more wins. So that's my big upset throughout the whole prediction. Milwaukee beating LA. But sometimes you have to pick upsets. Remember 2 years ago in 2019, who would have thought the Washington Nationals would win the whole thing? Right? We're so used to them being choked. Maybe Atlanta Braves can win it finally. I don't know. So, this is my World Series prediction. Tampa Bay versus Milwaukee. Tampa's the better team, so they'll have more home games. And that's going to be a weird, interesting matchup. I'm going to go with Tampa Bay on this one. And Tampa Bay will finally win the World Series. And I think they're going to win in 5 games. I think it's going to be 4-1. This Tampa team is on a roll. So I guess I'll put them right here. So there you have it. I've watched MLB Tonight on MLB Network, and Harold Reynolds, I think he has Chicago winning the whole thing against I think Los Angeles. But yeah, he has the White Sox winning the whole thing. Adnan Virk has Houston versus Milwaukee. I forgot who he picked as the winner, but I remember he had Houston versus Milwaukee. And I think the other guy, I forgot who it was, but he had Tampa versus San Francisco, two of the best teams, and he had, I believe, he had Tampa winning it all. So, yeah. So this is my prediction. Tell me in the comments, who do you have for your predictions? And if you made a video, a prediction video, and if you want me to watch it, let me know, because it's always fun to watch other people's predictions, you know. So we shall see. Yeah, that's about it, guys. Yep, 31 minutes. I knew this video would be long. Sorry about that, but it's always like that. So yeah. When I upload this, the American League wildcard game will be happening, most likely, or, yeah, so, that is it, pretty much. Tell me in the comments if you guys agree with me or not, and that's it. This is always fun. This is always fun. I just wish that the wildcard is best of 3. Other than, if they'd done that, everything else is perfect. Yep. Yeah. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll do an update video, maybe throughout the week or so, and we'll see. I think. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this. I'm surprised I forgot. This is like the year of Tampa sports. It really is. You know, this year the Buccaneers won the Super Bowl. The Lightning won the Stanley Cup Finals. And now it might be the Rays winning the World Series. That would be awesome if they do, you know? And that's actually one of the reasons why I picked Tampa to win the whole thing, is because, wow, what if history can be made where all the teams, all the major sports teams, win their championships in the same year? That'll be crazy. My cousin is a Tampa Bay fan for all of them, all the sports. So I'm probably gonna talk to him about that. So, yep. So we shall see. At least this year, they won't be playing in neutral stadiums like last year. That's why last year, I've noticed that more people are picking more upsets because of the stadium's location. So, but we're back to normal. So, yeah, this could be the year of Tampa sports. We shall see. Because they don't have a basketball team. Well, they do, but it's Orlando. So, yeah. But yeah, all of a sudden, all the Tampa teams are really good. Remember a few years ago, all the Tampa teams were pretty bad? Especially the football team, right? They were like last place, I think. Yeah, and now look at them. They're on a roll. I just wish that Tampa has a better stadium, and I'm sure you guys will agree with me on that. I heard that a rumor that they're going to move out of that stadium. I just don't know what year that will happen, you know? So, yeah. So anyway, that is it. Thank you for watching, and I will put all the other stuff in the description, just if you don't want to watch this whole thing, which I totally understand. So, and yeah, it's official. I'm not gonna make any changes because once I put them on, that's it. So, yeah. Yeah. Alright, thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.